Let's quiet down, please. We have a very important lesson to get to. Thank you. Today we are going to be talking about cutie marks.
Boring.
You can all see my cutie mark, can't you? Like all ponies, I wasn't born with a cutie mark. My flank was blank.
Aww, she's so precious.
Then one day, when I was about your age, I woke up to find that a cutie mark had appeared.
Look at her hair.
Yes, I know, but honestly, that's how every pony was wearing their mane back then. I had decided to become a teacher, and the flowers symbolized my hope that I could help my future students bloom if I nurtured them with knowledge. The smiles represented the cheer I hoped to bring to my little ponies while they were learning. Now, can anyone tell me when a pony gets his or her cutie mark?
Oh! When she discovered that certain something that makes her special.
That's right, Twist. A cutie mark appears on a pony's flank when he or she finds that certain something that makes them different from every other pony. Discovering what makes you unique isn't something that happens overnight, and no amount of hoping, wishing, or begging will make a cutie mark appear before it's time.
What?
Apple Bloom, are you passing a note? What could be so important that it couldn't wait until after class? It's blank.
Reminds you of any pony.
My little pony, my little pony. Ah, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure,
Tons of fun.
a beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
Sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Did you know you're all my very best friends?
Want something sweet? I've got some peppermint sticks. I made them myself. They'll make you smile. No. I don't know why we had to sit through a lecture about getting a cutie mark. I mean, waiting for your cutie mark is so last week. You've got yours. I just got mine. We all have them already. I mean, almost all of us have them already. Don't worry, you two. You're still totally invited to my cute quinceañera this weekend. It's going to be amazing. It's a party celebrating me and my fantastic cutie mark. How could it not be? Bum, bum, sugar love prom!
Give me a break.
See you this weekend. Blank flanks! It's not fair! It's just not fair!
Don't get your mane in a tangle. You'll get your cutie mark. Every pony gets one eventually.
But I don't want one eventually. I want one right now. I can't go to Diamond Tiara's quinceañera without one. I just can't.
Of course you can. You know, I was the last pony in my class to get a cutie mark, and I couldn't be prouder of it. I knew my future was to run Sweet Apple Acres, and these bright shiny apples sealed the deal. Come to think of it, Granny Smith was the last one in her class, too. Huh. Same with Big Macintosh.
I really don't see how that's supposed to make me feel better. It probably means that being the last one in your class to get a cutie mark runs in the family. Runs in the family? Runs in the family! Runs in the family! You've got apples for your cutie mark. Granny Smith has an apple pie. Big Macintosh has an apple half. My unique talent must have something to do with apples. Apples, apples, apples! Apples.
Get your delicious, nutritious apples here!
Delicious
She's so creative.
You, sir, care to buy some apples?
No thanks.
Why not?
I have plenty at home.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure, but you're not absolutely, positively, completely, super duper sure, are you?
If I buy some apples, will you please leave me alone?
All right.
You forgot your change.
Woohoo! Let's say you sell some apples and get a cutie mark. So, what does my cutie mark look like? A shopping bag full of apples? A satisfied customer eating an apple? Maybe I gotta increase my sales figures first. You touch it, you buy it. We take cash or credit.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Ma'am! Oh. Now, Apple Bloom, you can't just...
That'll be 4 bits.
I didn't put those in my bag.
Likely story. 4 bits, lady.
Apple Bloom, I am really, really sorry about that. She's new. Here, take these. No charge. And these. And these. Y'all come back now. You hear?
What?
Sorry, little sis, but your apple selling days are over.
What? But how else am I gonna get my cutie mark?
Home. Now. Listen, Sugar Cube. I know it's hard to wait for your very own cutie mark, but you just can't force it. Besides, you're not that grown up just yet. Ain't there other fillies in your class without one?
Well, Twist doesn't have hers yet.
Do you think it'd feel better if you went to the party with her?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Bet you and Twist would have a great time together. Now run along and find your friend.
You're sure you don't want me to stick around until the end of the market?
Hey, who's been using my racket?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, what's up, Apple Bloom? So I was thinking, maybe we could go to Diamond Tiara's Quinceañera together. I don't have a cutie mark. You don't have a cutie mark. Well, Isn't my cutie mark swell? I've always loved making my own savory sweets, but it took me some time to discover that it was my super special talent. Pretty sweet, huh? Yeah, pretty sweet. Hey, this doesn't mean we can't go to the Quinceañera together. You're still gonna come to the party, aren't you? Of course she will. It's not like being the only pony there without a cutie mark will be like the most embarrassing thing ever.
Whoa. Looks like some pony's got a dark cloud hanging over her head. Let me do something about that. What's the matter, kid?
There's a Quinceañera this afternoon, and every pony in my class will be there, and they'll all have their cutie marks. And I want to get my cutie mark, but I'm no good at selling apples, but I really want to go to the party. But how could I go to the party if I don't have my cutie mark, which my big sister says I'm going to get eventually, but I want it now!
Cutie mark? I can get you a cutie mark like that.
Applejack says these things take time. I have to just wait for it to happen.
Why wait for something to happen when you can make it happen?
But Applejack says...
Hey, who are you gonna listen to? Applejack or the pony who was first in her class to get a cutie mark? I always liked flying and all, but I was going nowhere in a hurry. It wasn't until my very first race that I discovered a serious need for speed. And kazam! This sweet baby appeared as fast as lightning. That's right. Stretch out those legs. Gotta be nice and loose. The key here is to try as many things as possible as quickly as possible. One of them is bound to lead to your cutie mark. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I said, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Juggle, go! Hang glide, go! Karate, go!
Hi-ya!
Ultra Pony Roller Derby! Go! Tried that one. Tried that one. Tried that one.
Your new outfit is like perfect for the party. I know. It totally shows off my new cutie mark. I love being special. Can you imagine how embarrassing it must be to be not special? I don't even want to, think about it.
Tried that one. Tried that one.
I'm doomed! Doomed! I'll never find something I'm good at. You look like you'd be good at eating cupcakes. Eating cupcakes? Eating cupcakes? Eating cupcakes! I really appreciate all your help, Rainbow Dash. You're a really great coach, and I've really learned a lot from you, and I'm sure I could learn a lot more, but I've got some cupcakes to eat. See you at the quinceanera! Hold on, Pinkie Pie! I'm coming! I can't believe I didn't think of this. A cupcake eating cutie mark. It's so obvious. Now, where are those cupcakes? I'm ready to chow down. I don't have any cupcakes. Oh. But you look like you'd be good at helping me make some. I guess, making cupcakes cutie mark could work too. All you have to do is take a cup of flour, add it to the mix. Now just take a little something sweet, not sour, a bit of salt, just a pinch. Baking these treats is such a cinch. Add a teaspoon of vanilla. Add a little more and you count to 4 and you never get your fill of. Cupcakes, so sweet and tasty. Cupcakes, don't be too hasty. Cupcakes, 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 cupcakes. Hot, hot, hot! Ooh, those look much better than the last batch. Ugh. Guess I'm not cut out to be a baker either. I just have to face it. I'm gonna have a blank flank forever. What about that? What about what? Is there something on my flank? Is there? A cutie mark! It's a measuring cup? No. A mixing bowl? No. Are those cupcakes? A tower of cupcakes, maybe. Flour! It's flour! Yay! I guessed it! What game do you want to play next? Please say bingo. Please say bingo.
Whoa! What's been going on in here?
We've been making cupcakes. Want to try one?
No, thank you. Not that they don't look delicious.
Twilight, you have to help me.
What's the matter?
Tara's quinceanera today, and every pony in my class will be there, and all of the cutie marks, and I want to get my cutie mark, but I'm no good at selling apples or hang gliding or making cupcakes. But I want to go to the party, but how can I go to the party if I don't have my cutie mark? Which Pinkie Pie says I can't just make appear, but I need it to appear right now!
I don't follow. How can I help you?
You can use your magic to make my cutie mark appear.
Oh, no, Apple Bloom. A cutie mark is something that a pony has to discover for herself.
Please, Twilight, just try.
I'm sorry, but...
Oh, please, 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 please.
All right, all right.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I knew you could do it.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but I told you.
Try again, try again.
Told you that not even magic can make a cutie mark appear before it's time.
It's hopeless. Hopeless. I just won't go to the party. I can't go. Everyone will just laugh at me and make fun of me and call me names. It will be the worst night of my life.
I'm sure it won't be as bad as all that.
Forget it. There's no way I'm going to that party. How could I have forgotten the time? How could I have forgotten Pinkie Pie before any pony sees me. Hey! It's my quinceañera. I'm supposed to get the first bite of cake. Okay, Apple Bloom. Almost there.
Apple Bloom, you made it! After I heard about Twist, I was afraid you wouldn't show up. Sure am glad you came to your senses about this whole cutie mark thing. These things happen when these things are supposed to happen. Trying to rush it'll just drive you crazy. I'll let you be. Looks like your friends want to talk to you.
Well, well, well. Look who's here. Nice outfit. Just something I pulled together last minute. It really shows off your cutie mark. Oh, wait. That's right. You don't have one. I have a cutie mark. What? Since when? Since, earlier today. Oh, really? Let's see it. I shouldn't. I couldn't. My cutie mark is so unbelievably amazing. I'm afraid that if I show it off, everyone will start paying attention to me instead of you. Outshine at your own quinceañera? Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Forget it. I didn't really want to see it anyway. Okay, well, I'm with No Mingle. Enjoy your party! Oh no! Wow, that is an amazing cutie mark. Nice try. Blank flank! Blank flank. You got a problem with blank flanks? I said, you got a problem with blank flanks? The problem is, it means she's like totally not special. No, it means she's full of potential. It means she could be great at anything. The possibilities are, like, endless. She could be a great scientist, or an amazing artist, or a famous writer. She could even be mayor of Ponyville someday. And she's not stuck being stuck up like you two. Hey, this is my party. Why are you two on her side? Because... You don't have your cutie marks either? I thought I was the only one. We thought we were the only two.
I, for one, think you are 3 very lucky fillies.
Lucky? How can they be lucky?
They still get to experience the thrill of discovering who they are and what they're meant to be.
And they've got all the time in the world to figure it out. Not just an afternoon.
Wow, Apple Bloom! Do you really think you can wish I could be a scientist. Maybe I got my cutie mark too soon. Hey, what's every pony doing? This is my party. Every pony's supposed to be paying attention to me. Whatever. We still think you're losers. Right, Diamond Tiara? Bump, bump, sugar. Not now, Silver Spoon. Name's Scootaloo. And I'm Sweetie Belle. Apple Bloom. This song is so super! So I was thinking, now that we're friends, we are friends, right?
How could we not be? We're totally alike. We don't have cutie marks. Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon drive us crazy.
Totally crazy. Well, now that we're friends, what if the 3 of us work together to find out who we are and what we're supposed to be? Ooh, we could form our own secret society.
I'm liking this idea.
A secret society. Yeah, we'll need a name for it, though.
The Cutie Mark 3?
The Cutastically Fantastics? How about the Cutie Mark Crusaders? It's perfect! This is gonna be so We're gonna be unstoppable! What do you say we celebrate with some of these delicious cupcakes? Not the cupcakes! Trust me. Let's see if there are any cookies. Yeah, come on.
Dearest Princess Celestia, I am happy to report that one of your youngest subjects has learned a valuable lesson about friendship. Sometimes the thing you think will cause you to lose friends and feel left out
Can actually be the thing that helps you make your closest friends and realize how special you are.